Hello and welcome back to another on Respect and to another edition of NXT Out. And we got a big episode with the return of the Judgment Day, and we also got the debut of Lucian Prince and Bronco Nima while Axiom was betrayed by Scripps. Wesley took on Dominic in a title match, and Thea Hale earned a title rematch on NXT. So yeah, a lot going on. Trick and Carmelo kicked off NXT, and Ilya Dragunov came out to say that he didn't mean to interfere in their match last week. They argued about who was stronger and who would win at Great American Bash before resorting to straight threats. Yeah, a bit weird Ilya saying he didn't mean to, but yeah, I don't know, it's all part of building up. To that match. It was only a quick segment before we progressed into our first match of the night, which was Los Lotharies versus Dragon Lee and Phaser. Lotharies were in control early on, working Lee in the match and tried to put his mask off. Lee got back in with a Hurricane Rana and Humberto was sent outside, and Fraser tried for a big dive. Angelo and Humberto caught Fraser and smashed him into Lee, who also went for a dive immediately. Fraser was dumped on the announcer's desk as the match went on, and Lee took a double team move from the ropes. Lee came back with a powerbomb on Humberto before they took each other out. Fraser tagged in, and they sent Lotharies flying outside for a flying crossbody before sending Garza back in. Lee hit his finisher on Angel and picked up the win. After match, Gonzalez and Humberto were arguing. Creo pushed Angelo down and walked out. And yeah, I don't know, seems like a split scene coming there. Didn't see that coming at all, but maybe they could do with something different, those two. But at the same time, I don't think any feud between them is probably going to get too much airtime, so we'll have to see where that goes. But yeah, for this match alone, it was really good. Of course, it was loads of men involved and an intriguing angle potentially afterwards too. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It was then time for Kiana James versus Gigi Dolan. James was in control early and got some strikes in the corner before Dolan came back with strikes, but was taken down as Kiana grabbed her by the head. James went for the bag in the corner, and Dolan tried to take it away before Gigi fell to hit her with it, but failed. The ref tried to stop Gigi to give them the bag, but she refused before James came in with a 401k or the distraction and picked up the win. And yeah, this gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Yeah, big win for James this. I'm kind of worried for Dolan past the feud, obviously with Jane, what they're going to do with her, but yeah, I don't know, here, simple win for James, but yeah, kind of intrigued to see where both of these go next, to be honest. But I'll give it a 6 out of 10 though. It was then time for the debut of Lucian Price and Bronco Nima as they took on Axiom and Strick. Nima and Axiom kicked off the match, and the latter was in trouble early on before he tagged in Scripps. Scripps got some big counters and a takedown before tagging Axiom back in. Midway through the match, Scripps attacked Axiom from behind and let the newcomers beat him up for the win. After the match, Scripps even left with Prince and Nima, leaving Axiom alone in the win. And yeah, another tag team breaking up. I don't know, it seems to be quite the same on this week's NXT. And yeah, it gets 6 out of 10 for me. Good debut for Price and Nima, but I don't know if we're splitting up another tag team. I guess this one was kind of more inevitable. But yeah, at the same time, it does kind of seem like we're doing this a lot at the moment, and maybe we could do like different story maybe. But anyway, Stax was out next and welcomed Tony D back to NXT. He walked out and thanked Stax for throwing him. He showed us footage of them planning the whole thing 2 months ago and going through all the unnecessary complex steps to get back to tag champs. Gallows came out and Joe said that Tony and Stax were nothing but scum. Tony fired back and said he and Stax will be taking the titles to them at the Great American Bash. Joe had a weapon, but so did the D'Angelo family before a brawl broke out and Mark Coffey put them through some tables. So yeah, but a strange angle here, but it's all leading out to a match at Great American Bash. I'm not convinced if this is going to be a great story or not, but I don't know, Stax and Tony are really entertaining. It'll be a great match for us, Gallows, so let's see where it goes. Before backstage, Trick and Mello ran into Schism and Ilya. Trick, Mello and Ilya got in a brawl before the Schism with the Schism as NXT continued, setting up a feud there, and I don't know, there's still an alliance there. It'll be intriguing to see where it goes ahead of the Bash. But Thea Hale then took on Elektra Lopez on NXT. Hale made Lopez tap out Rara easily before getting on the mic and demanding a rematch for the NXT Women's Championship. The crowd cheered her and Duke Hudson on before Tiffany Stratton walks out. Stratton accepts the rematch and said that it could be easy for her to be again. Hale wanted a submission match, but Stratton said that she was the only one who caused stipulations before Hale locked her in a submission hold. Tiffany gave up and agreed to stipulation as NXT move on, creating further doubt, obviously, with Hale's submission move. And yeah, not sure about Stratton's submissions, but I'll have to see about that. But yeah, adds another intrigue, and yeah, you'd expect this to be a blow-off match, and Hale's actually quite over at the moment, so yeah, not against it at all. 6 out of 10 from me. Next up, it was Oro Mensah v Eddie Thorpe. Thorpe got a headlock in early on before Mensah came back with a strike to the face. Thorpe struck him before blocking a knee strike before taking a big kick off the counter. Mensah was sent outside and into the announce desk before Lash Legend rolled Noah Dar into the ring. Thorpe was at ringside when Dijak came with a massive clothesline. Thorpe was just able to beat the count from the finisher before Mensah got a free count, getting the win. And yeah, it gets a 5 out of 10 from me. I don't know, I just don't feel like they're doing much with either of these guys at the moment. It just kind of felt there this match, and without much going on for either of these two. But yeah, I hope they do, because both are really talented. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel. But Blair Davenport and Roxanne Perez were in an interview, and they argued about who will win the match at the Bash. And Blair literally let Roxanne speak and asked the former champion to go home before she didn't belong in NXT. Roxanne walked out of the interview as we headed to our main event. And yeah, I don't know, it kind of just felt as an excuse to say you built things up. But yeah, in reality, not a lot happened here. Wesley then took on Dom Mysterio for the North American title, and old boy Lee sent Dom outside early on before trying for a dive, but Rhea Ripley got in the way. Back after a break on NXT, Dominic got the upper hand off a distraction from Rhea and unloaded on Lee. Lee came back with some big moves and was about to win the match when Finn Balor and Damian Priest rushed to the ring. Lee took them out and hit the cardiac kick on Priest before Rhea hit Lee from behind before he could get the finish on Dom. Dom got the splash and picked up the win to become North American champion. And yeah, the reactions from the crowd, it's like the bloody streak had been lost again. I did not see this coming there, but to be honest, I'm kind of here for it. Dom's going to cause chaos. Wesley had a brilliant title reign. I hope it isn't long before he wins it back again. Hopefully at the Bash, because he's been so good, unless he's going to the main roster. But yeah, for all the chaos, I'm not against it. It was really entertaining. And Dom, yeah, he's just an amazing heel, isn't he? So yeah, it gets 7 out of 10 for me. I'm very intrigued to see it goes. But for this segment alone, I did find it quite entertaining, I cannot lie. Overall this week, NXT gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Yeah, on the whole, I quite enjoyed NXT this week, I have to say. The title change at the end was absolutely chaotic. And yeah, the first match on the show was really good as well. Lots of tag team breakouts. And yeah, the Great American Bash build up for that is slowly but surely increasing kind of feel. So yeah, 6 out of 10 from me. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Thanks so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Next lots of content for daily wrestling news and subscribe to the channel. Greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.